Hello everyone, so today I had an idea. I'm gonna make something out of rhinestones on a canvas here. I'm not doing this at the library because I thought it would just be easier to do it at home where all my stuff is and I have more space, but that does mean I will be doing it on the floor. But at least I have more space on the floor. Of course I prefer sitting in a chair at a desk where it's quiet. But yeah. So my mom got a bunch of canvases from her school. This is one of them. I'm assuming a kid painted this. I don't know what they were painting. I don't know why they don't have it and how she got them. But I'm gonna try to reuse this. I'm gonna start by painting this over in a solid color and then I'm gonna do my pattern and everything. Yeah, so let's get started. Do you guys like my cheap 50-cent apple barrel paint that I got from Walmart? How am I supposed to open this? Wow, it's so cheap it doesn't even have a perforation. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to... I'm assuming I don't need to prime this. That's great. That's great. It's not the same color. Wow, that is so great. These are two different colors. This one is antique white. These two are antique parchment. Wow. So everything I just emptied got mixed up and I can't use that. That's a lot. Dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab. I'm not painting like that. If you can't see them, that's just too bad. So how's everyone's day going today? Hope everyone's having a good day. Finished painting the first coat, kind of transparent as you can see. So I'll probably have to paint a second coat. And plus you can still see some of the lines from the paint underneath. We're done with the first coat for now. I finished painting the coats on it, except there are like these lumps in the canvas and I tried using some sandpaper to sand it down. I don't even know if that's working. Maybe I should have done that before I painted it. And then you could also see the outline of the paint they used for those hearts, because I guess they really laid down the paint thick on there. So I'm just gonna try a different canvas. So my mom got these at a garage sale because I guess she thought I could use it. It's Artist Loft brand. So that means it came from Michael's. And they happen to be the same size as that other canvas. Maybe it's the exact same canvas. Okay, and then I can just shove that out of frame. And I believe these are already primed. Clean paintbrush. Let's do this again. At least if I end up wasting paint, I only wasted 50 cents worth of paint. And not one of them $8 bottles. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you know what I mean. The first coat is done. I'm gonna do a second coat just for safe measures. My canvas is dry, my new canvas. When you like hold it up to the light, you could see the streaks, but when there's no light, it looks completely opaque. I was going to paint more layers until it was completely opaque and like the light wouldn't shine through anything, but I don't have time for that. I don't know if I have enough paint for that. It's not that I don't have time for it, it's just that I'm impatient and I just want us to get started on the pattern. So yeah, I think the canvas looks fine. I have this compass that I made from my last video and I'm going to draw a bunch of circles of different sizes on it, like concentric circles, and then from there I will figure out how to get my pattern. It's not going to be just circles, it's going to be like, you know, have petals and stuff, like a flower, if you will. So first I have to figure out where I want the center to be. I'm going to just use my paint palette to figure out where the center is going to be. So maybe like right here, I guess, could be the middle of the flower. I think that's too much. Maybe like here, I guess. That looks good. I don't know. Draw that. Oop. Okay, there's my first circle. And then for the smaller circles, I could just use a compass, right? Right? Or is it still too small? No, I could use this for some. Well, I mean, I might as well use this one then, right? First I need to figure out the middle of this circle. That's a good idea. How do I figure out where the middle is? I think I need a ruler. Okay, well, if the diameter of this is, what is that, 7 inches? Just measure on this side. It's not even 7 inches. I'm trying centimeters. So from 12 to 29, what is that? 17 centimeters? Yeah. Okay, 17 centimeters. So half of 17 is 8.5. So 8.5 from like what I feel is the farthest point here. 24. Actually, let me just start from 30 here. Okay, so 12, 8.5 would be reach 20. Oh, that's perfect! Oh my gosh! I think I got to the middle of this. Now we got our compass. The way this works is that this is gonna act as the middle. Take a pencil and then you just go to different lengths and then draw all the way around onto your canvas. So you can get like small circles or like bigger circles, and they should all be straight and lined up. I need something to hold this down. Here's the pen I used for my last one. This pen has no more ink in it, but it has a very sharp nib. So I'm just gonna put that in the last hole here, I guess. And line that up. Oh, because I'm done painting, I could put my sweater back on. Is it cold in my room right now? Not really. But am I going to look festive? Yes. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Can you see that? I did want to extend them farther, but my compass doesn't go that far. Unless I take my other small compass, I have another one like this. See, this was originally one longer one that was like 18 inches, and then I realized I didn't need it to be that long for my last project, so I cut it down to 12 inches, meaning I still have a piece that's 6 inches. I could just tape them back together and try that. Well, there's a little hole here now, but it's okay. That's probably gonna be covered anyways. But yeah, this is how it works. I hold it down with one hand and then I take my pencil in the different holes here and I just go like that. And now they're all even. I'm gonna get the other piece and see if I can tape them back together. This is the shorter compass and I'm gonna tape these together and make what I had before, the longer compass. Isn't that so funny to cut something and then try to tape it back together? This has to be straight. Okay, there. Now I should be able to draw even bigger circles, right? We're gonna hope that it's even. Okay, that looks good. If anything, I can always add more circles later, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Very nice, very even, very circular. So then for the pattern on it, I was thinking, let me line up a paper and trace over where I want my thing to be. I want big petals so that they're big enough that I could fill the inside in with more patterns. I'm gonna put the paper here and draw where I want my lines, where I want this certain petal to be, from here to here. I'm not sure if this even makes sense, but we're gonna try anyways. So this is my section and I'm gonna fold this in half like so that it's even. And then I'm going to cut this shape like a circle. I think I cut this too small. We're gonna try that again. Okay, here's where I want my petal to be in this section. Trace that. What if I just fold it first and then cut it? I cut out this shape. There. Cool, and then I'm gonna draw my pattern like on one side, and then when I open it, I should have like an even petal. And then I'm gonna go around and just like to put all the petals out where I want it. That petal looks really big. Oh, I like that one. As you can see, I drew 3 different petals because I don't know what I'm doing. I think I know which one I'm cutting. Oh, there's my petal, first petal. So now I can go around and like place this. Very cool. I'm gonna erase this one here that I sketched out because I just wanted to see what I was doing. Oops, I forgot how tricky tracing can be when you keep going on the paper and then off the paper. I'm gonna have this curve off the edge of the canvas because I'm gonna put rhinestones on the edge of the canvas. Okay, so there's my first set of petals. Here are the 3 stencils that I made. To get this pattern. And now I'm gonna use those stencils to make more stencils, but like smaller versions so that I have patterns to fill in the bigger petals. So I'm just gonna make another one of these and then trim it shorter. It would be so pretty if I had just this pattern alone, like this shape, and then like just fill this in. I don't want to cut this one smaller even though I need it for Do I even want to make another smaller piece? You know what, maybe later I can add in more. But for right now, let's just leave that. So now the bigger piece here. Here's the copy of my stencil. We're gonna fold that in half, and now I can fill this into my bigger petals, like so. That looks good. Alright, this is what our pattern looks like so far. Maybe if I want to add in some more details. What if I add in circles, like smaller circles? I like that idea. I'm gonna do that. So I got this E6000 and it dries clear and it has like these little needle tips so that you could like squeeze it out more precisely and thinner. And then I have my pearl rhinestones and this other assortment of pink and purple and silver rhinestones. Let's start from the middle then, I guess. The outside should be bigger, so like, I don't know, these I guess. First of all, let me get one of each just so I know like my inventory. Okay, I think I got all from that mix. So we have 10 different types. Actually, this is 9 different types. Pearl beads. Pearl beads. I think I have 6 different types. Now let me organize them from biggest to smallest. For this middle piece, I want to have this pink one because hot pink is my favorite color. I think I have to open this first and poke it. How does... oh, stick it with this pen that doesn't work. Okay. Wow, it has the same toxic smell I remember. Okay, I don't even know what pattern I want for that, but the glue's coming out, so... I don't know, let's just go with purple then, huh? That light lavender. Actually, let's go with the light pink and then the pearl. comes off the glue. How nice. I'm always like, my back hurts, my neck hurts. This is why. I need to stop picking them up from the canvas because the tweezers are like scratching the canvas. This is what I have done so far. Wow. I like it. It looks really good so far. It's so sparkly. Can you see the details of the pattern that I have planned? Back to gluing. I think I'm gonna put the tiny pearls on the inside. That's gonna be a lot, but it's okay. Okay, I'm tired of laying down pearls. This is what I did so far here. These two. I think pink and purple would look good. Yeah. Okay, I already have purple and another color here, so maybe I should. For once, it is so quiet here. You see how these two pearls are smaller? I added more rhinestones to the edges to finish up whatever patterns I had. As for this part here that I was working on with the pearls, I was kind of running into problems because I would well, first of all, when I drew the curve, there was a curve here, but then when I glue the rhinestones on, it ends up being straight because of the width of the rhinestones, I guess. And then here, there's space for each of them to finish, but then when you actually put them down, the rhinestones are too wide and they're kind of bumping into each other instead of finishing their lines, and it's gonna make each of these loops crooked. So I just took those rhinestones off and I'm gonna paint this over, and then maybe I could bring it so that they join into one point, and then hopefully I could do that with the rest of them without messing up the arch. Yeah. Okay, so I painted that part. I'm just gonna wait for that to dry. So let me get started on the other patterns. I think this part is gonna look really nice. That looks good. That looks really nice. So this is what I have right now. I'm gonna go back to the little pearl arcs. Yeah. This is what I have right now. Wow. It's so pretty, it's so sparkly. So I'm gonna finish these petals here. I have one more piece here. So I finished this part, those petals. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the loops on the inside. Okay, so I thought I would explain a little bit of the history of mandalas, which I guess that's what this is. They originated from Buddhism, and in the Buddhist religion, it represents an ideal universe as well as a spiritual journey with different layers, starting from the outside inwards. There are Buddhists who spend a lot of time carefully building mandalas out of sand. When they're done, they destroy it. So mandalas are a big part of Asian culture, and I'm assuming that's how it influenced other artwork, such as the henna designs that a lot of South Asian people do. I know sometimes when people are doing henna, they'll get like a mandala done on their palm, starting from like the center, and then they like go outwards with it. And then a lot of their flower patterns look kind of like a mandala, so I'm assuming like that's where it came from. That's how I had the idea to do one of these, but I mostly did it because I thought it would look really pretty and sparkly, and I just wanted to make like a big symmetrical flower. So of course I did some research before I started this mandala, and I know that it's a big part of Asian culture, but honestly I just did it because I thought it would look pretty. So I don't know if that's like cultural appropriation, because I know that I am Asian. I don't know if you could have like cultural appropriation within your own culture, or I don't know if you like get a pass because you're from that culture. But yeah, that's why I did it. I'm gonna finish up the pearls that I started here, the arches. I think I'm gonna take some of them out here because it looks crooked and paint it over the pencil mark, because I noticed in the beginning that when I was tracing out my pattern, when I erased the pencil marks, you can still see a difference in color. So I just went and painted over it. So now I'm gonna do one of the loops inside my big petal. I glued this set of loops, arches, whatever. Just realized that there's a piece of this arc, the purple and pearl. There's a little piece here and around the side, so I'm gonna do that now. I finished that edge. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm going to do the tiny arcs inside. There's like an even smaller arc here. Okay, so I had messed up on the pearls here because I realized that the pearl I was using wasn't the biggest pearl, which is kind of what I wanted, because I'm never going to use these big pearl rhinestones. And I had wanted it to start and end in the silver one, and the one I was using, it was ending it with the pearl, and I didn't want that. But then I realized that there's a bigger pearl, there's less rhinestones altogether in this arc, but it fits the silver ones at the beginning and end. So that's what I had done here, and then I did it there, and then I kind of like messed up with the glue and painting it over, and then I just like redid that part. I have an idea for adding more patterns on the inside of these leaves because they do look kind of empty, and then I'm gonna add some stuff like on the outside and maybe like within here because this also looks kind of empty. But yeah, that's my plan for now. I think it's looking really good. It looks full. I like it. I'm gonna use my ruler to draw my guidelines to make sure it's straight. How do I know it's in the middle? I'm just gonna guess at this point because it might not line up if I actually measure it. That's too much. What? Let me just draw the line in the middle, and then everything else I'll just play it by ear. Play it by ear. Is it play by air or play by ear? Like air as in air, or ear like ear? I don't know. so I think I'm done with all of the major lines that I had originally traced out in my pattern. So I'm just adding some more details. I finished these ones here. I really like that. And then I had these stones here. But I'm gonna add some more to that. I think I'm gonna add in something in these spaces here because these look kind of empty. And then I'm gonna add some more going out here to fill up some of that empty space as well. So I added these in. This was one of the last things I did. Here and here, and then these little spots that I'm gonna add more to. I think I'm done gluing down all my rhinestones, so I'm gonna see if I can just erase the pencil marks, like my guidelines, or if it's gonna leave marks, then I might as well just paint over them. Also, I don't want to end up stretching the canvas by like pressing it down. Yeah, it's leaving a mark. It's not even erasing anything. Let me get my crusty paint brushes that I did not leave in water. Okay, I have my set of old, ugly paint brushes to choose from. Get our paint again. I finished painting over all of my pencil marks, all of my guidelines. Now I'm going to sign it. Maybe I'll date it on the left side and then sign my name on the right side. I was debating between using a white pen and a black pen because I don't think I have a pink pen that I would trust it to not smudge. And also my signature would kind of blend in if it was like pink or purple. It's either white or black I would sign it with. And I don't think you would see the white very well either because the background is cream. So I'm just gonna use a black micron pen, number 8. And then I'm gonna sign right here. I'm going to sign with only my first name because when I become famous, I want to be known by my first name only. Because that's iconic. How many Sadiqas are you gonna know, right? So I'm just gonna sign it with my first name. It's not even in the middle. Here's my signature. Here's the final product. Let me show you up close. Look how sparkly that is. Wow. She's shiny. So I enjoyed this project. I think the hardest part was maybe dealing with the glue and it kept clogging in the tip because the tip was like a very narrow fine tip so that you could get the glue out in like a nice thin line, and it kept clogging and it was hard to unclog. But I mean, E6000 seems to be like the best, strongest glue, but also the smell was very like toxic and I couldn't work on this for very long each day. But yeah, I had fun picking up the patterns. I think I did a really good job creating the pattern of the flower and the symmetry. My least favorite part was probably these little pearl arches because it was hard to line them up because when I drew them out with the pencil, I didn't really take into account how wide each pearl would be. They were sort of bumping into each other when each of the arches met in the middle, so I had to like figure something out for that. In the end, you don't really notice that anyways. But I love how it's pink and purple, my favorite color. I might do another one of these projects, maybe some different colors. Leave some comments down below what colors look good together in my next mandala. Am I saying it right? Let me know. I will be putting this piece up for sale on my website. I'll put a link down below if you want to check that out. Thanks for watching my studio vlog. I'll see you later.